Hello and welcome to what is going to be Neverwinter Nights Adventure Series number 9. I'm going to do this playthrough as I'm playing Prophet for something a little bit different, and this is Raine's World of Greyhawk. So we've got a lot of reading to do, so let's get into this. We're going to be playing the World of Greyhawk Persistent World that is now offline, but it is the World of Greyhawk Persistent World. It's just offline, and it includes all the modules and everything in the World of Greyhawk. So let's check this out. This is the most recent version of Raine's World of Greyhawk module for single player. It requires CEP 2.65. A custom hack is required, and additionally the overrides for poisons and a better craft magic system are included. Although not required, it does enhance gameplay, so we went ahead and did that. Now we're going to read about the time period that the game takes place in, the Persistent World. The Greyhawk Wars, War's End. For 2 long years, 582 to 584 CY, the nations of the Flanes have schemed, murdered, and warred against each other until nearly all sides lay bloodied and beaten. War had exhausted the land and the people. For Yandi and Ayuz ground to a stalemate. Niron's vast coffers were drained dry and its overtaxed peasants were rebellious. The great kingdom was shattered into a swarm of petty landholdings vying for power. Qlan fought invasion on all sides. Countless men, dwarves, elves, and orcs marched off to war, never to return. Farms stood empty, fields lay fallow. The Flanes could make war no longer. Proposals for a peace conference met with greater and greater acceptance. The puppets of the Scarlet Brotherhood, taking orders from the Father of Obedience, issued a call for a grand truce. Every nation would cease hostilities and put its own house in order. In the end, through negotiation, intimidation, and even assassination, the Brotherhood's proposal found acceptance. The city of Greyhawk, untouched by the war, became the site of the conference. In the month of Harvester, the Great Council, as it came to be known, convened. The proposed truce, though simple in theory, proved an enormous undertaking, what with countless ambassadors present. In the 6 months of the Great Council, intrigues abounded as each side attempted to gain the upper hand. The conference nearly collapsed more than once when ambassadors took umbrage over some real or imagined slight. The final act of the immense drama of war occurred on the day of the great signing. A pact had been resolved and nearly all the nations had agreed to sign it. As this solemn ceremony got underway, however, a tumultuous event occurred. Even today, a haze obscures the details. Apparently, someone plotted to annihilate the entire diplomatic corps in attendance, but the scheme misfired. A blazing explosion destroyed a good part of the Grand Hall only minutes before the ambassadors assembled for the day. A fierce magical battle immediately ensued, spreading havoc through much of the old city. When the fire and dust cleared, constables discovered smoldering robes belonging to 2 powerful members of the mysterious Circle of 8, Odaluk and Tensor. The murderer of these wizards, undeniably a powerful mage, was discovered to be a 3rd member of the Circle of 8, Rari. Using secrets gained in confidence, Rari not only vaporized his 2 fellows, but also tracked down and destroyed every clone the pair held in preparation. The motive behind Rari's treachery remained clouded. According to many who knew him, the wizard probably saw an opportunity to seize power and land in the confusion that would follow the assassinations. Others suggest Rari was a pawn of the Scarlet Brotherhood. With the plot discovered, though, Rari and his co-conspirator Lord Robilar fled the city. Unable to return to Robilar's castle, which was immediately seized by the troops of Greyhawk, the pair escaped into the Bright Desert. There they conquered the savages and established a kingdom of their own. Though small and mysterious, this growing state could someday threaten the very borders of Greyhawk. Fearing further disruptions, the delegates hurriedly signed the Pact of Greyhawk, and so the wide-ranging War of the Flanes come to an end, and gained the misleading title, the Greyhawk Wars. The year is now 585, and a winter looms on the horizon. The Shield Land lie in ruins. Critwall is an island surrounded by the forces of Use. Yandi is stretched to the brink as they seek to check the advance of Ayuz. To the south, an empire stands where none stood, the Pomage. Under the leadership of Turash Mak, they have carved a kingdom from the wild coast, the Sus Forest, the Principality of Ulek, and have seized control of the trading commerce of the Woolly Bay. Few, if any, have escaped the last 2 years of calamity, for the war has touched all. This is the world in which your hero lives, a world filled with treachery, war, suspicion, intrigue, and fear. This is the world of Greyhawk. So the above was taken from David Zeb Cook's and Roger E. Moore's official history of the Greyhawk Wars. This is the stage that your character is thrust upon. These are the times that you are in. In addition to the above, the following are independent adventures within Greyhawk that you may seek at your own peril. Note the following is just a guideline and is not definitive. So, after all that, in the world of Greyhawk exist these modules. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the Village of Hamlet first. Then we're going to do the Temple of Elemental Evil. I want to get in Ghost Tower of Inverness, but I don't know if it's going to happen, because we're probably going to be higher level from Temple of Elemental Evil. But then we can definitely do something like Cult of the Dragon, or the Great Northern Crusade, or White Plume Mountain, and take it into Epic. And there's even Epic and beyond, like dealing with Rari the Traitor, and so on. So lots of fun to be had here. That's pretty much it. Let me bring up Neverwinter Nights here. We'll read what it says in the description here. Alright, we read all that. Okay, so everything is the same here. Yeah, so we're going to be going into this, hopefully taking a character from 1 to as far as we can go. But we're going to be starting with the temple, with the Village of Hamlet and the Temple of Elemental Evil, and then going from there. So this will be Neverwinter Nights Adventure Series number 9, World of Greyhawk. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you there. So long, everybody. Much love.